requested that I put myself in more of the videos, so here I am. Hi guys!
Hi guys, today we're going to be doing some problem solving. So let's take a look at this first problem. On Friday, 345 airline passengers flew from Texas to California. On Saturday, 496 airline passengers flew from Texas to California. On Sunday, 652 of these passengers flew back to Texas from California. How many of the passengers from Friday and Saturday remain in California, or the ones that stayed and didn't come back? Well, when we were at school, we changed up our first box in the three-step process. We changed it up to the start, change, and end method. And a lot of you really like that one because it helps to keep our information organized, especially in problems like this when there's more than one step. So let's take a look at where we're starting. On Friday, 345 passengers flew from Texas to California. So let's put 345 here for Friday. Now there is a change. On Saturday, 496 passengers flew from Texas to California, so 496 more, so that's a change, 496, and that's for Saturday, and I'm going to abbreviate that. And then on Sunday, okay, here's another change, so we're going to make this one change 1, next part will be change 2. On Sunday, 652 flew back, so 652 flew back. Now our end is going to be, well, what is the question asking us? This is going to be our fill in the blank statement. How many of these passengers from Friday and Saturday remain in California? So we could do something like, there are blank passengers still in, and I'm going to abbreviate California. All right, so now let's go to the second box. Our first step looks like we need to combine the Friday and Saturday passengers to get a total for that. So I'm going to do a number line. 345 flew on Friday, and then we need to add in Saturday's passengers of 496 to get our total. So here we're going to add. So I'm going to come over here and do the first step. Might as well go ahead and solve it. 345 plus 496. Now on this one, I think I'm going to do a give-take because this 496 is so close to 500. So I think I'm going to give this one 4. And you can do number line, whatever you like. I know you guys have different favorites. This is the one I like to use. 496 plus 4 gives me a rounded 500. Plus 345, subtracting 4, now I'm left with 341. So now I can add without having to regroup. 1 plus 0 is 1, 4 plus 0 is 4, and 3 plus 5 is 8. So up here, the first step's answer is 841. So now we need to use that so we can subtract out the people that flew back to Texas from California on Sunday. And that was 652. So if I'm setting it up like a number line, like this, I have my 841, and I need to subtract 652 to get our final answer of how many passengers are still in California. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and do the second step. 841 minus 652. All right, let's put our numbers on the number line. 652, and then our larger number, 841, way over here. So I want to know how much is in between these two numbers. So I'm just going to keep adding in and adding in on to 652 to get to 841. So So I can easily add in 100. That gets me to 752. I want this to be a rounded 60. I don't know. I guess I'm weird like that. But I'm going to add in 8 to get me to 760. To me, it's easier to add in the rounded numbers. Let's see if we can get to 860. If I add in 40 more, that now gets me to 800. And now I just need to add in the 41. So all we need to do now is add these together to see what our final answer is. So we have 100 plus, let's put this 40 and this 41 together. That gives me 81 plus 8. And let's see what we have. Let's add the ones place. 0 plus 1 plus 8 gives me 9. And then the tens place. 0 plus 8 is 8. And there's only one number in the hundreds place, 100. So our final answer is 189. So there are 189 passengers still in California. Okay, let's take a look at our second problem. Principal Hernandez purchases 800 pencils for third grade students at her school. She purchased 275 red pencils, 330 blue pencils, and some green pencils. How many green pencils did Principal Hernandez purchase? All right, so again, we're going to use the start, change, end in our three-step process. So let's see what we start with. Let's see, she purchases 800 pencils. So we start with 800 pencils. Then it says she purchased 275 red pencils. So let's add that into our change. That's our change for the red pencils. 275 red. Then it says right here, this is the second change, 330 blue. So I'm going to label this 1. I'm going to label this 2. 330 blue. And it's asking how many green pencils did Principal Hernandez purchase? So it sounds like we're missing some information. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do a strip diagram to organize my information. So we need a box for red. That's 275. We need a box for blue. That's 330 pencils. And we need a box for green. We don't know how many green, but we know that all three colors added together gives us our total of the 800 pencils that she has purchased. So it looks like we're going to have to do two different things here, adding, and then we have to find this missing part, so also some subtracting. All right, so it looks like our first step, let's put our red and blue together. 275 plus 330 equals blank. So let's come down here. 275 plus 330. You can do number line for this if you'd like, but I think I can get this one fairly quickly to 300 just by taking away 30. So now I have 300 here, and because I took here, I need to add in 30 over here, which now gives me 305. So let's add these two together. 5 plus 0 is 5, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So for our first step, red and blue pencils, the total is 605. But now we need our second step. We need to subtract 605 from the 800. So take these two out to see what is left. So that would be 800 subtract 605. That's going to give us our final answer. So let's come down here and actually solve it. 800 minus 605. And since it's subtraction, I want this one to be at like something 99. So I'm going to take one to get this to 799. And because it's subtraction, subtraction is same. Got to do the same thing to both. I'm going to subtract 1 here to get me to 604. Now I can subtract without regrouping. And again, if you like doing number line, whichever strategy you like to use, you do what you like best. Let's subtract. 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 0 is 9. 7 minus 6 is 1. So we're left with 195 green pencils. And look, if we were in class, you would have said, Miss Ladner, you forgot to do the fill in the blank sentence. Well, I guess we can do it now. How many green pencils did Principal Hernandez purchase? We would say she bought blank green pencils. Now we know what the answer is. 195 green pencils.
I hope you enjoyed my video. See you next time.